Do you or someone you know own or operate your own construction-based business? Watch through the episode for a special opportunity with Construction Business TV. Today on CBTV Idaho, we have a very special topic to cover for you. We're going to cover a proposed alternative to the demolition of the iconic Idaho Falls water tower. We're also going to talk about the update to the construction of the Idaho Falls Police Complex, as well as planned construction on the Perrine Bridge in Twin Falls. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Tyson, and you are watching Construction Business TV, Idaho Falls, Idaho. Welcome back everyone to CBTV Idaho. My name is Tyson and I'm your video journalist for Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. If this is your first time on the channel, CBTV is your go-to resource for all of the construction and development project news that is happening in your local area. We're going to kick this off as we always do with a local construction job post lead. So Baker Concrete Construction has an immediate need to fill 6 different positions. All these positions are local to the Idaho Falls area. They're all entry level and they have a salary range between $90,000 and $95,000. What they're looking for is 2 estimators, 2 project managers, and 2 construction project engineers. So if you have an interest in any of these positions, if you want to learn more about them, or if you want to know how to apply for them, there's a link in the description below the video. For our first story, we're going to talk about the planned construction on the Perrine Bridge in Twin Falls. Commuters in the Magic Valley might notice construction crews setting up equipment, fencing, and scaffolding under the Perrine Bridge over the next few weeks. According to the Idaho Transportation Department, the construction on the bridge will focus on routine maintenance repairs. So the work on the bridge is going to consist of replacing bolts, fixing cracks, repairing the railings, and much more. The project is expected to last until next spring, and according to plans, a lot of work is going to be done under the bridge with scaffolding to help reduce lane closures, which will be intermittent. Drivers are encouraged to pay attention to signage about closures on the bridge. If you find value in the content that I provide for you every week, I hope you'll show your support by hitting the like button below the video. You can also follow us week to week by subscribing to Construction Business TV on YouTube, following us on Facebook, as well as Instagram. That's it, story number 2. So for story number 2, we're going to give you an update on the construction of the Idaho Falls Police Complex. So we're going to talk about the work that's being done on the main building as well as their auxiliary building in that area. So for the main building, site work paving has been completed. Site concrete work and landscaping is in progress. Interior first floor painting has been completed. Interior second floor sheetrock has been completed and painting has begun. The entryway is being worked on and mill work is going to begin soon. On the site, on the auxiliary building site, the roof and exterior walls and insulation have all been completed, and interior framing, electricity, and mechanics are still in progress. Before I get on to my final story, I have a really important announcement for any of my viewers who owns or operates a construction-based business in the East Idaho area. So do you or somebody you know own or operate their own construction-based business? This could be anything from road work, residential or commercial construction or development, or a trade of any kind. I would love to offer you an opportunity to be showcased on Construction Business TV to share what it is you love about what you do, as well as why your company is a great one to hire. If you're interested or you know somebody who is, you can shoot me a message in the comment section below, or there's also a link to guest registration in the video description. Our final story has to do with the construction of the iconic Idaho Falls water tower in the Idaho Falls area. As many of you know, an updated water tower is being constructed, and once it is finished, the original iconic water tower is scheduled to be deconstructed, to be dismantled. However, a petition was recently started on September 3rd by Idaho Falls resident Coulter Wilson, providing an alternative, a proposed alternative for what we can do to maintain this iconic and repurpose this iconic water tower. So I'm gonna read excerpts from his post that he recently put out on September 3rd. We propose that the City of Idaho Falls allow an independent group to renovate the tower to be a public observation deck and event space, so that our red, white, and blue water tower will be to Idaho Falls what the Space Needle is to Seattle or the Gateway Arch is to St. Louis. We're not suggesting that the city do or fund the preservation of the structure in any way. We are suggesting a third party will secure funds from investors in programs like the Idaho Heritage Trust, Yellowstone Teton Territory Grant, and similar offerings. Taxpayers, utility payers, and tourists alike will benefit from our red, white, and blue water tower remaining in place with the development of an observation experience at the top. The estimate on record to repair the structure to meet the standard codes is $4 million. Currently, the tower holds nearly 2.5 million pounds of water. The proposed conversion to a commercial space would include 3 floors at the top of the structure for 6,000 square foot of floor space, which would be half the weight that it is currently holding in water. We must take action now to make this into a reality because the city of Idaho Falls has already started building the new water tower, and the demolition of our red, white, and blue water tower is imminent. Our red, white, and blue water tower was built the same year that San Francisco opened the Golden Gate Bridge. Structures like this become part of a city's identity. Let's keep it that way. Coulter Wilson goes on to thank the community for joining in the petition and sharing it with their friends, family, and colleagues. He has provided a list of decision makers in the community that people can also reach out to help emphasize their voice as a community. I'm going to include that list in the description below this video. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time and the support to follow Construction Business TV week to week. We come out every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. If you want to continue following our stories week to week, you can subscribe to Construction Business TV on YouTube, on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and we hope to see you next week. Take care. Drive safe.